Welcome to episode 86 of Gintama. Last time we had the conclusion of the hard-boiled detective little arc thing, so I have no idea what we're getting this time. The preview showed Okita's sister? So there's that, but what'll happen, I have no idea. But Shinsengumi Focus sounds pretty good, so I'm excited. We got the subtitles and timer on screen if you want to follow along that way. Or you can pull up the full episode on the side, but let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1, play. Starting out with the OP, so while that's playing, let me say that if you enjoy the videos, subscribe to the channel. Gintama comes out every Tuesday and Thursday, with other videos every single day of the week. Also check out the description down below for links to Twitter and Discord if you want to hang out there, and Patreon where you can support the channel, get these videos early, vote in polls to decide which shows I watch, and get exclusive vlogs that will not be on YouTube, so thank you very much. So yeah, the last arc wasn't really one of the best, but now we're moving on. You never know with Gintama, when something will be one episode, when it'll be a few, when it might be funny, serious, when it might be great, not so great, in the middle. You never know what you're going to get, and that's exciting. And usually what you get is good. So I'm looking forward to whatever it is. Okita and the Shinsengumi, like I said, that's some good prospects. Like, that makes me excited that they're going to get some focus here. I still would like it if there were just a ton of clones of Hijikata, like in the post-credit scene last time, and Okita was killing them all, but whatever we do get, I'll settle for that. Yeah, instead of counting sleep, he kills Hijikatas. That's how he peacefully sleeps. It's common to lose sleep from being too engrossed by counting sheep. Is that right? Does anybody actually count sheep? Even if you count, does anybody count? And if they do they count sheep to go to sleep? Oh, she has some kind of condition. And I don't know how old she is. Alright, Mitsuba. I guess she's, sickly in some kind of way? Nobody else knows who she is, but I guess she's getting married. Okay, Yamazaki knows. Oh, that's nice of her. Makes sense. They even out. If one of them carries a bazooka, the other one will be, sickly. As the old saying goes. Don't do it. Of course. What a respectable older sister. Bowing down, blushing. Being a totally different person around her. Alright, cool. A day to spend with the sister. So I want to know what she's like, what this condition is, who she's apparently marrying, how he might react to that. Yeah, look at him. He's so happy. He's skipping. So she's, like a parent to him as well. Yeah, she's all he has. So he cares for her a lot. It's pretty cool seeing a different side of him. I wasn't even here. I didn't see anything. All right, Battle Royale restaurant. Is this fiance gonna be some kind of punchline? Like, we might not even find out who it is. But it might be somebody we know. It might be some weirdo. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, you're gonna be worried. You're gonna be way overprotective and over concerned, worried about the pollution in the air for her. I mean, again, I don't know, like, if she's sick. I don't know how well off she is, but I think that's being a little too concerned. Nice distraction, though. Now, when he sends her allowance to his older sister, she took care of him for so long. I guess he wants to help her out. I count something else. Oh, very much so. Oh no, he's not the one who gets bullied. Not at all. Hi. This is my best friend. I wish it had been Kagura. Hopefully Kagura can show up and they'll bicker, and then his sister might be like, "Oh, do you actually like each other?" And they'll have like a whole big argument and shit. I don't know. Nice. That brought him back. That makes us siblings as well. That's not... No. Do you like that? Who the fuck is that? Oh yeah, that is Light's dad's name. Soichiro Yagami. It's a lot of plates. Who the fuck is that? It's another Death Note reference, apparently. That's a totally wrong name. Weak lungs. Okay. So she's not in perfect health, but she seems... Alright. Is that hot sauce? Or what? Okay. That sounds... Why? On ice cream, though? Why do it? That sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. Oh, dear God. Personally, I don't. I can't handle it. I'm too white. I don't want spicy ice cream at least. You better say you love it. I mean, if it helps, it helps. Yeah, it's a shame. Really. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Ah! Did she just vomit up blood? Or was that Tabasco sauce? I assume it was just the sauce. But, I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know why you thought drinking it or eating it would make her any better. She just sends them the spicy shit. You didn't fix your hair? Mayonnaise isn't spicy, so why would you think I'd like spicy food? Is it... There's one requirement to know if Hijikata will like a food. Is it mayonnaise? Yes. Is it other? No. Alright, new weapons. What kind? Some high-powered artillery. Alright, and there's a little just... Was that a Gundam just away? Of course it was. So we got some illegal weapons trading going on. That could result in a multi-episode arc. Or it'll just be this one. We'll see. Who knows? You never can predict those kind of things. Usually. Yep. I wonder if the guy she's marrying is going to end up in this illegal arms trade. That could happen. Oh shit, he's a traitor and a millionaire. God damn it. God damn it. Yep. Poor Mitsubadono. Unless she's the crime boss. That'd be a twist. The sickly sister of Okita. But I doubt it. Bleach and Naruto. Chopper. I like the chopper hat. Yeah, that fits Gintoki pretty well. He should wear that for the rest of the whole show. Then eventually switch to the post-time skip hat. Just the whole outfit, really. He still has it. Usopp goggles? Oh, awesome. Yeah. Are we talking about who I think we're talking about? Poor little lonely Okita. Yeah, we got the Hijikata flashback in the Yagyu arc. That was nice. Seeing a little bit of Okita there, and now seeing more. Little kid being met by Kondo. That's great. Wow. Nothing? You failed. He sucks and you failed. Okay. Hi, honey, I'm home. Oh, it's Hijikata. So were they like a thing? Because before, when he was saying like he went to work early and you won't see him, I thought they were talking about Hijikata, and I was thinking maybe they had like a thing in the past, and maybe that's actually why Okita hates him. And maybe that's the case. And now just from seeing him, she just collapses. So clearly there's a history there. Spicy. Pun intended. Maybe they were just too incompatible in their taste of food. Yeah, it did. You haven't tried to fix it, I guess. He hasn't had time. Sure seems like it. This whole time, Okita has been upset that Hijikata tried to get with his sister. Hello. This is the guy? He just looks like some dude. Alright, Kurabatoma. He just looks some like a normal ass dude. But we'll see what he's really up to. What are you really trading, sir? Are you a trader or are you a traitor? So now I want to know what happened between them. And so does Gintoki. He's watching eagerly. Oh, poor Yamazaki. What did he even do? What did he do to deserve this? His damn afro. I think we might be going into a two-parter. Especially now that we've introduced this. He's not feeling up to it today? Oh. Once Hijikata came in, he didn't like him. So immediately he didn't like him, and, because there's another new student, he gets less attention. And as a kid who was always very lonely, of course that would matter to him. So it's because you didn't go to the dojo to avoid him that he came to your house and met your sister. Calling him senpai while doing this. Yeah. Bye. He's like, whoa, sis is laughing like that. Jesus Christ. Cut to... Yep. Even if the tastes are different, at least it's related. What? It's relatable. The piling massive amounts of something on. And he doesn't like it. Hijikata's getting attention from Kondo and from his sister, and he doesn't like that. Alright, some sparring. Well, that might be good, because he might be a villain. He looks, like, pretty normal, but he also looks, like, weirdly, like, dead-eyed. He has, like, a just weird enough look to him. His eyes are, like, too big, I think. For how normal the rest of him is, it looks a little creepy. What was that? Hi. So no Kagura, huh? We have an Okita episode, and there's no Kagura. Maybe next time. Nice, got her the good stuff. Yeah, it wasn't that. We're not talking about Hattori. Yamazaki is here, still has the afro, and we just learned that he apparently carries around sausages on missions? Okay. Nothing. Damn, you really think he did that? I don't think he's doing it now, but I can't wait to find out how he destroyed her happiness. Yep. There it is. We have to get involved. Yeah. Alright. Makes things a little more interesting. And gives us another two-parter. Yeah, but we can't just ignore... I'm sorry, but... Of course, I get where he's coming from emotionally, but we can't just ignore this. Do you think your sister would be happy if she knew what he was doing? Do you think she would want to be with him if she knew the truth? Shit. Alright, this whole time I didn't know how bad her condition really was. But yeah, if she really doesn't have much time left and took care of him for so long, postponed marriage, he wants her to have at least a little bit of time to be happy. Man. I don't know how much time she has. Like, I don't know if she'll die within the course of the show. That would be tragic. But damn, he just says tomorrow night. That's it. He can't. I get it. That's the job. We've got to do it. Wow. This added like a lot of depth to their relationship. I like it a lot. Way better than the last arc. Damn, holy shit. Including you. But he would say, damn, I don't care. Wow. Said the same thing here. I guess he knocked the shit out of him. God damn. He got way too agitated, lost his cool, lost his composure, was able to be beaten easily. So that's what he said back then. That pissed Okita off. Wow, that was great. I'm really glad that that's going into another one too. That's at least a two-parter. That's awesome. I'm very excited to see more of that. So it looks like there's just a preview at the end, which I will not watch. So let's talk about that one. All right, episode 86. That was great. I was excited to get focus on the Shinsengumi and Okita. The only disappointment being that in an episode that focuses so much on Okita, there was no Kagura, because they're a great duo, and I would love for his sister to meet her and see how that goes. And luckily, we're going into another part, which is great. It's going to be at least a two-parter, which is very good after the last two-parter being not the best. So I'm glad we get to see more. There's still a chance for her, Shinpachi, some of these other characters to show up. But even without that, I really like what we got. Gintoki was there for a little bit of comedy. But just the focus on the Shinsengumi members is great, since we got some flashback during the Yagyu arc with Kondo and Hijikata, and we saw a little Okita there, and now getting a little more backstory for him and how he felt about the time and his sister and how it actually ties into Hijikata. I really wasn't expecting that. And I don't know why. I guess I should have been. It's just Gintama, you never really know. It can always surprise you with whatever it delivers. Like something seems like it could just be funny, lighthearted, one-off episode, turned into something really serious. You never know when you're gonna get legitimate backstory. I mean, of course, it's Okita's sister. She's fairly important. This isn't just a totally random, goofy episode, but you just never know when they're going to do stuff like this that sort of explains so much more about Okita's character and his feelings for Hijikata. It's been such a running joke of him trying to murder him this entire time, counting murdered Hijikatas in his sleep, and to see kind of where that stems from. To see him be a lonely child who had no parents and only had his sick sister to take care of him. And so he got very attached to her, of course. And we get to see this whole different side of him when she comes to visit and how he is around her. And how it's so different from how he normally acts, which is great. And he finally gets taken in by Kondo, which is really cute. It's just this adorable little baby Okita. It's really funny, especially when, we saw him before swinging the big thing, cheating in the Hijikata flashback. He's adorable. And so he gets those attachments. Hijikata comes along, which sort of takes some attention away from him. I mean, he seems to just inherently have a dislike for Hijikata anyway, just from the get-go. Their personalities just clash. But beyond that, it's also the fact that as a kid who was always alone, he finally has this attention from somebody like Kondo. Then you get this new student in there, and of course, some of the attention will be diverted to him. It's like parents having a new baby, and the older sibling gets jealous of the attention that the baby is getting. And then Hijikata meets the sister as well, and she seems to have some affection towards him, and that, of course, takes some attention away from Okita. And it's not entirely that. It's not like he's just being some jealous baby. Of course, he also does have his grievances with Hijikata's personality and the way he treats him, which is fun to watch the interactions, and also the fact that he thinks Hijikata made his sister very unhappy because she said she wanted to go to Edo and she wanted to be with him, and he just said, I don't care. So there's definitely more to that. We definitely have to wait. It reminds me of the Umibozu arc, where the one episode ended with Gintoki telling Kagura to go, and we're like, okay, we're gonna have to wait and see exactly what his motivations for telling her that were. And I had my own theories, so there's definitely more to it, like more reason for why Hijikata would tell her that we're gonna definitely see in the coming episodes. But Okita overhearing it just sounded really bad to him. And of course he feels bad because his sister is sick, and I didn't really know how serious it was throughout the whole episode, but they finally say at the end that she doesn't have much time left, and I don't know what that means either. What is much time? And will it ever matter? Like, through the course of the show, will we ever get to a point where she dies? That would be really sad if it did, and even if you say there's not much time left now, could that ever magically be fixed? Could we somehow heal her by some miracle? I don't know, so I still have no idea really how sick she is, but the implication, what we're led to believe right now, is that she doesn't have much time left, and Okita feels bad that she always had to spend her time taking care of him, always had to postpone, like, the marriage that she's got right now, always stuff like that. And he wants her to be able to have some semblance of happiness for whatever time she has left. And so that's a really interesting conflict with the larger plot going on here when they introduce, like, the illegal arms trading. That's interesting, just from a world-building perspective, that they're resorting to different types of weaponry now. But then I'm thinking, okay, is this going to tie in? I feel like it has to. Is her husband, her fiancé, going to be an arms dealer? And then we find out that he's a trader and a millionaire, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed. And then the reveal happens, so that was definitely expected, but it works. It ties the two plots in together well, and it's an interesting conflict, because Okita, coming from a completely emotional perspective, is understandable. He just wants his sister to be happy. He clearly makes her happy, and he's kind of trying to rationalize it. He's like, well, you gotta do business with a bunch of different people. Does it really matter if they use different weapons? Like, we're gonna stop them regardless. He's trying to rationalize it in his head, and you know that it's just, you can't. Hijikata's response there is completely understandable. He probably could have been more tactful about it and talked about it a little more, but I think he's definitely on the right side of this. Like, you can't let the emotions get in the way, but I get it. I get where he's coming from with his sister, but I do also think you need to think about whether or not his sister would want to be involved with this man if she knew the truth about what he was doing, and if maybe there could be other ways for her to find happiness that you could help out with. But yeah, I mean, of course, Hijikata's like, we can't let this slide. We can't let it go. That's not happening. And he even asks for just a little more time, and Hijikata's very cold about it, and he says it's happening tomorrow. And so Okita loses his cool entirely, so much so that Hijikata is able to just handily take him down and leave him the same way he left his sister. And like, there was a lot of emotion going on here. This relationship of Okita and Hijikata that has been so funny and so entertaining throughout the whole show, getting so much more insight into it with the addition of the sister character, who has the same kind of food quirk that Hijikata and the Ketchup Man have, but with spicy foods. is really good, and there's some good gags in there too. Just Gintoki being brought in. Oh, this is my best friend, and he bribes him with sweets, and then he calls him Soichiro Yagami, and some other Death Note references, and just her getting sick and him having to eat all the shit. Yamazaki, everybody getting blown up. Yamazaki has an afro the whole time. He's just in a bunch of terrible situations. He always has sausages, I guess. I don't know, but there was a lot of funny stuff in there too. But yeah, this was just really good. I love the Shinsengumi. I love Okita, so getting something like this is great. I can't wait to see more. I'm imagining it'll only be one more episode, but you never know. It could go longer than that. We'll see, and I hope his sister can be happy. I hope she can live. I don't know what'll happen there. Would have been a huge twist if she was in on it too, if she was one of the enemy, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. And you had the little jump references in there, Naruto, Bleach, Chopper's hat, Usopp's goggles, all that. So that was fun too, but yeah, this was a really good one, and I'm happy that it's continuing into another episode. Mitsuba isn't like the most interesting, funny character of all time, but she just works really well how she relates to Okita and Hijikata's conflict, and it's a good conflict, because clearly like they've got to do what they've got to do here, and Okita definitely understands that. He just feels these very understandable emotions in relation to his sister, and so what will he do? How will it end up for his sister? How will Gintoki get involved, or any of his friends? Will we see some Kagura action? I don't know, but it was really good, so I'm excited for the next one. But let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments, and we can talk about it some more. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon and all that stuff linked down below. If you want to watch early episodes, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.